Do you put your mouth right on it?
No, my nose touches it.
Your nose touches everything. What do you think the future of TV is? And because clearly we've changed from a cable-based provider platform to subscriber platform, right? So everything, but yet there's still cable TV. Do you think there's a place for cable TV in the future? It will be 100% streaming, and how do you think that's going to look?
I think it's probably going to be whatever's the fastest.
Fastest or most cost-effective?
Well, I think both. I mean, it comes with it, right? Think about how much faster or how much quicker the speed of cable or of the internet has been in the last like 10 years or 15 years.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think about where we could possibly be in 10 years from now.
Well, I'm saying less in terms of like infrastructure, more like
No, because that matters, right? Because if they could find a way for cable to be unbelievably faster than internet,
but I don't think I'm thinking more about less. I'm thinking more along the lines of streaming has been gaining more popularity because you can get what you want when you want, and how you want it.
Okay, honestly,
and you get better. You get better programming.
I think something similar to cable.
You think you're gonna have things
where it's gonna go from. So we went from one place having a bunch of random things into individual places for specific things, right? Like Netflix, like Disney, like Amazon Prime, like whatever, all these streaming platforms that now we watch on the internet, right? I think the next logical thing would be one bigger group that has all those at one place.
like. Sorry, are you saying all the streaming platforms in one
on
place?
one platform?
That's what I'm.
Yes, that has to be it.
So
and
it's
which
kind
is
of
pretty much what cable was. Right?
Yeah.
But with less choice.
Right.
That's all cable was.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, what if, because if Rogers will offer Crave because they're affiliated, they'll offer Crave and you can access Netflix through Rogers. So they do have the internal infrastructure to be able to do something like that. So who's to say Rogers or Bell or I don't know, TELUS, I guess, if they really want to compete, can't provide you with like Crave, Netflix, HBO, and this for this price.
Well, here's the thing, because you already have stuff, right?
That's what I'm saying. Because
you have Roku, you have stuff like that.
But also think everything's going to streaming now, right? Sports are going to streaming. Basically, everything is on-demand streaming.
So I think the only way that could happen is if you buy the rights to those wholesale, like 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like let's say Rogers would own Netflix. So they have a deal with Netflix where Netflix is only going to be put on Rogers. You know what I'm saying? You'd pay for Rogers to get the Netflix.
Right.
Right? But then you would have like Bell who would have...
But what if you want everything? What if I want every streaming service?
That's what I mean.
But think about how much that would cost. Everyone's like around $10, right?
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah.
So think about let's try to name.
That's what I mean. You get it for such a deal.
Let's try to name as many streaming services as we can.
It's okay. Hard, but okay. Or we can just look it up. But
let's just try. So Netflix, Crave, Amazon,
HBO.
Well, here it's technically it would be Crave.
No,
but I guess it's a
HBO movies is separate.
Right. Okay. So we'll say
Right?
that Disney,
I don't have HBO, but I have Crave.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's an add-on. Yep. Disney Plus. There's like, let's say TSN.
Hulu.
Hulu is American. Are we gonna count Americans?
Well, we have Hulu. You can get it here. It's not like you can't get it.
Yeah, but I think you need like
it's just on the internet. I'm pretty sure.
I think there's
Star.
So I think
because
HBO. There's certain like HBO Max is not available in Canada. It's only available in the States. I think the same thing with Hulu. You know what I mean? But Crave is only Canadian. Crave doesn't exist in the States. But I think Crave and Hulu are similar.
There's a bunch of smaller ones.
That's what I'm saying. So like let's say Crunchyroll, Funimation, or a couple others, and any sports, whatever. So that's like at least 10, right?
Would you say Twitch?
But Twitch is free, no?
Yes and no. It's like YouTube.
I'm thinking less about...
but you have to pay for the subscriptions.
Right, but I'm thinking more like actual product,
Okay.
like more like that along those lines. Things
Okay.
like
So
not
providers.
user
You're
subscription.
talking about providers.
Yeah, not user submitted.
Okay. Okay.
So like, but think about there's over 10. Let's say there's about 12.
There's probably like 15, if I had to guess.
Okay, so like imagine if every single one was about $10.
And that's Canadian, and I'm assuming we're not big on media compared to like the United States, right?
So say you wanted to get rid of your cable bill altogether,
Yep.
and you wanted to get everything, but you wanted all the shows,
Yep.
every show possible. It'd be like $150 to $200 every month just for TV. So like, can you somehow consolidate that into one price where you get multiple things, and then maybe supplement it with advertisements?
I mean, the thing is,
You know,
a
so
lot
it's
of it
kinda like
overlaps. A lot of it overlaps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you have Netflix, for example, you're gonna have most of the stuff on, like Amazon Prime or, what's the other one now?
Crave.
Like the Star or Disney. Like if this, dude, Disney's different because that's its own. They make their own shit,
Yeah.
right?
But they'll have like Fox stuff now.
Yeah. You where you're gonna be like, I'm gonna have like what I'm doing right now.
I guess that
I'm
kind of
subscribed to like 5.
Yeah, I guess that kind of does. It is starting to transition because if you think about it, like Disney, you can put like there's this like Star.
Mm-hmm.
There's what is it? Fox. Like there's like The Simpsons on one of
Yep.
them, Family Guy. There's the Marvel. Like so, there are kind of like channels, right? Like even Crave.
Well, because that's
You get
Disney's
HBO.
like that, right?
What's that?
Disney's like that because they're putting out
Because they
their
own
own
many,
content.
I understand that, but
Right?
I'm thinking more along the lines of like, how are you going to pay for TV in the future?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the subscription model going to look like? Clearly, people are like cable television is just dwindling. Clearly, it's mainly for live things and
Yep.
and things and like news, like corporate news. So like, what if you wanted to watch a Leaf game but on a streaming service? Like, there are services like that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I'm just saying, but like, I would probably if there's like some kind of bundle where I can get that and everything.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can subscribe to Sportsnet. That's a
I
thing.
understand that, but I'm saying like, but now if I'm gonna be paying for like 7, 8, 9, 10 different things, that's gonna be more than cable. So, is it just gonna be a matter of you're gonna pay that much for TV in the future if
Yeah,
you
but
want
is
everything?
it more than cable? Because
Oh.
if you think about it, cable, like
How much
basic
is cable a month? Like
30
$60, $70
channels.
bucks?
Yeah, well, for what? 30 channels?
No. Like basic cable would be like nothing. Maybe like $10 a month, $20 a month.
I don't know,
something
man.
like
I think you'd be surprised how much cable still costs. I know my dad was telling me recently how he was planning on canceling it. He's like, I don't have anything else. What the hell's all this? Shit for later.
that. Yeah, I just queued up some videos. Hold on, let me just get a new window though.
But yeah,
I want to look up.
I think it's like logical progression would put us go to big companies like Google.
yeah.
Google would be the next one, or sorry, would be the first one. I think. Right,
Like
Google,
to have their own.
yeah, because they already have YouTube,
Yeah.
right? All they have to do is buy what Netflix,
Yeah.
Netflix and Crave. They buy Netflix and Crave. They're set because they won't be able to buy Disney, and they won't be able to buy Amazon. So unless Jeff Bezos specifically, not Jeff Bezos,
Right, so
but
if
unless
they're-
they sell that one Amazon Prime Video,
So, right.
away.
So maybe if in the future bigger companies will buy up.
Yeah,
Like, it'll
these
be like-
smaller streamers.
They'll be like $200 billion deals or some shit
Yeah.
like that go down and
Maybe.
then I mean that far into the future I'm thinking, right? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have that kind of money racked up for like
No,
an
I mean,
entire streaming service.
Or they could just buy. They could start their own
let's say,
and just get all the rights for all
or
the
what
movies.
if Disney buys everything? Because they probably will.
You think Disney's? I think Google's closer than Disney.
in terms of
I just think they have the money
man,
and they have the infrastructure.
fucking Disney owns Fox, owns Marvel, fucking owns
But even the size of the company, like how much is Google worth?
I don't know.
Like I know this is a stupid way of determining like size or
Well, just I guess
amount they could buy.
market power. How much is it? You see it there?
Dude, maybe it's one of those where you actually have to click it. I know you don't like
I
those.
hate that. I just
know
wanna
you do. We
get
talked
the
about those
answer.
before. And I know you don't.
Present company current market capitalization
1.83
trillion.
Okay, how much is Disney worth?
That's crazy trillion.
That's unfucking believable.
That can't be real.
How can they not? Why would you not? It's the first link. You don't think Google would not have that there if that wasn't the case?
How much is?
Why not just look up how much is Disney worth?
I was thinking, is that real in my head? So I typed it out.
Well, you're dumb.
Fuck you, dude. 65 billion? No, that can't be right.
That sounds right. You know how much 65 billion is, bitch?
That's how much Bill Gates has.
Yeah.
But
that's an unbelievable amount of money.
An entire company?
Yeah.
But
name 5 companies that make over $60 billion.
Google's worth that much more than Disney?
Dude, that's understandable.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, Google owns so much.
That's it? I understand that, but so does Disney. 65 billion, jeez. That's not even... I thought they were worth more than that.
So when I say Google's the closest,
that is crazy.
The closest.
How much is Apple worth? Because they got like Apple, YouTube, or like Apple, Google, Facebook.
What
have to be, and Amazon?
Yeah, if you have to guess before looking.
Say, what are we guessing on again?
You fucking high ass bitch. Apple's worth. Like how much the company.
I'm gonna say
worth.
Apple's
I guess
worth, like,
if this is what this is showing us.
I'm gonna say
I think this is.
I'm gonna say 1.2 trillion.
1.2 trillion.
Because it's got to be almost close to.
Okay, Google. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna lowball it. I'm gonna go 875 million.
Billion, you mean?
Yeah, billions. Billion. Yeah, my bad. With the B.
Let's see. No, wait. Did you see what I saw?
Yeah, I saw it too.
Does that say 2 trillion? That's just. Oh, I mean, that's pretty much almost what Google is worth. 2 trillion. Jeez. It's worth 2.
That's fucking unreal.
That's okay. What's the last one? Amazon? No.
We don't know how much.
Google,
Amazon.
Apple,
Tesla. Tesla would be the last one, but it was used to be Elon Musk then.
Elon Musk is worth like what 100 and something billion.
I think so.
Jesus, we're just gonna look up how many.
I guess maybe.
Oh, Facebook.
That's a baby player if I had to guess.
I'm gonna say 900 billion.
No way. I'm gonna say 20 billion. If I had to guess, I'm assuming they're lower.
997 billion. So just under a trill.
That's crazy,
dude. That's because remember that's what all that antitrust shit is going on right now. Like about suing these companies for monopolization. I'm pretty sure
Facebook is worth just under 280 billion.
No, 997.
Yeah, I'm just looking at how much is Facebook worth. The one right below it.
Oh.
And there's another one right below it, 280 billion.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
AOL is the one that we were looking at before. So let's keep the continuity. .AOL.
But this is as of June 30th. Is this how long ago is this from? This one?
That's the same website we used for the last one.
Oh, true. Do you see it? Facebook, the world's largest and arguably most influential social media platform with more than 2.8 billion users. Blah, blah, blah. Not there. Facebook share prices. What is this? 85 billion. Facebook 279 billion. But what's that? What are those companies getting sued? I don't know if I thought it was Facebook, but I know like Google. Is it Amazon maybe? There's all like that shit going on with like in the States about like those companies getting, I don't know, investigated or some shit about them having too much of a monopoly.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like
it's Google, Facebook.
Let's see, Amazon.
I think YouTube. Oh, it's Amazon.
No, it's Google, right? YouTube is Google.
Yeah.
100 and 1875. So that's a trillion, 1.8 trillion. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
This one says 400 billion. But this is just revenue. Oh no, here current market 1.63 trillion. So,
yep,
mid to high trillions. Yeah. Okay, so Amazon's another one that's probably all pandemic money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you got to think about how much money do they have into media, right? That's the next thing, right? You first look at how much money they actually have, and then just for like their ability to buy other companies.
Yeah.
But then you also look at what do they already have put into media that they don't have to put in more.
Yeah.
Right. So Google's ahead because they already have YouTube.
Yeah.
They already have arguably the best streaming platform on the market.
Probably the most popular now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, I know rule-wise not the most well-run, but when it comes to just the ease of watching videos, like YouTube rarely ever crashes, for me at least.
Okay.
Right, compared to like Twitch or like streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I just think they have better quality on the streams. Like, it's like 1080 but pixely. So that's one thing that's definitely lacking with YouTube. But yeah, man, I think that's what it has to. Yeah. Right? Because eventually it's either one company. No, it's going to happen because eventually a company's going to get big enough where they can.
It's crazy.
It really is. Imagine Rogers and Bell did that. And he's like, you would have to fucking have 2 subscriptions to Rogers and Bell just to fucking watch the shows you want to watch.
That would suck, dude.
Oh, yeah, it would suck.
I don't know. It's just going to be crazy. TV's going to be so expensive, or you're just going to miss shit. Or there's going to be, they have to let sharing happen because they're trying to crack down on that shit down now, too. But
yeah, but even like, how would they do it if they bought it, for example?
What?
Let's say Rogers, okay, buys Netflix. And
well, Rogers wouldn't buy
Crave.
Netflix. Like they probably somehow buy the rights to distribute it or
That's
something.
what I mean.
Like then what? See, I guess. Well, I don't see. Rogers won't be able to buy Netflix. Rogers isn't. I don't know if it's that. No.
I mean, like,
it's Canadian.
Okay, not buy, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have the rights to show Netflix.
Yeah.
So you need to have a Rogers subscription to watch Netflix.
Right. Or could you just buy Netflix directly?
That's what I mean. It's up to Rogers then.
I don't know. See, I don't think Rogers would ever buy.
No, but I'm saying, well, for provider wise, I mean, I think it would be YouTube. I mean,
they wouldn't.
Google.
Like what I'm saying is, they wouldn't buy the company. Like Netflix would still be
I'm not
its
saying
own
buy
entity.
the company, but buy the rights.
Right. So I'm saying you can buy the rights to it in Canada, I guess. Or you
so
can
then nobody else can view it.
But couldn't you just buy it from directly from Netflix?
Well, if it's in the contract that nobody else can view it
in Canada, has to be some kind of regional thing, because Rogers is only a Canadian company.
Yeah, I know that. No, but let's say it's Google. Let's say it's not Rogers. Let's say it's Google.
Oh, okay.
So Google buys Netflix, and the only way you can buy it is if I know Google isn't this thing, but Google. Let's say Google becomes something you have to subscribe to.
Say they get a Google streaming service.
Yeah,
and you have to do that. You get Netflix with it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're just gonna. I think monopolies are just gonna become a thing.
That's what I mean.
It's crazy.
So then, what's gonna happen now? No one's gonna have So Google has one. Let's say Google has Netflix. Okay, and then fucking Apple gets Disney. You know, and then whatever, Amazon already has Amazon Prime Video, right? That's pretty fucking shit. And let's say they get Crave.
No, it's good, man. Amazon's underrated.
Yeah.
Did you watch Suicide Squad?
The first one?
No, the one that just came out.
No.
It's on Plex.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I didn't watch the first one.
Dude, the first one's. It's okay. I like it just because it's. I don't know. People give it a bad rap.
The second one tanked though.
I don't know how much money it made, but
I think in the box office, I think in the first week it made $76 million.
But is that worldwide? Because it probably got big in China. That's where most of the market is. Open to see international. Hold on.
Yeah, it didn't do very well.
Well, either way, regardless of how it did, opening, what is that? 175 million. Budget was 175 million.
Yeah, and the opening was only 133.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's probably made its money since then.
Obviously, but it's just not. It's not as good as they thought.
Oh no! Oh, this is the wrong one. This is Suicide. Like number.
I think it's less.
I think it's the way they described it. Discriminated between the two was Suicide Squad. Is the first one was Suicide Squad. The second one is The Suicide Squad. They didn't like say two or
it's like its own standalone sequel.
Well, not really. It's just like they're both like not even. They're not sequels. They just are what they are. I don't know. Let's see, 100 and how much did it make? Per box office mojo, the film made $26 million in the U.S. in its opening weekend of August 6th to August 8th. Outside of America, the film made $45 million, making for a total of $71 million. Oh, wow, so it did lose it a lot.
So even made worse
in the budget, yeah.
The
Suicide Squad was made for $175 million compared to $55 million spent on Mortal Kombat, $39 million spent.
So this is what I've heard people have been saying.
Either way, dude,
it's because it's post-COVID.
Yeah,
that people aren't going to go see.
Of course, and I'm sure.
But here's the thing, though:
streaming costs.
The more the mediocre the movie, the less people are going to go out and see it.
Of course,
right? Especially now.
That's fair, but when it comes to streaming, it'll probably make a lot of money, or we just watch it the way it is. But regardless of how much it made, great movie. Let me just say. People have it's been a very polarizing movie. I've heard people say it was a really good movie. I've heard other people say it was a really shit movie. Have you seen Deadpool?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay, it's kind of like Deadpool where it's rated. It's a rated R movie, so there's like blood and guts, but it's funny, and the characters are great. They didn't overdo it with the characters this time. The first one had way too much of a team. There was like 9 or 10 people on the team. That's too much to keep track of or to give everyone a good enough story. This one there's like I think like 7, maybe 6, 7, something like that. And if you well, I won't spoil, but it's fun, man. It's funny, and the best part about it is John Cena. It was John Cena. John Cena was unbelievable in that role. He was awesome, so funny, and it's like the perfect role for him. The same way Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool and Hugh Jackman is Wolverine and Tony Stark.
That's a lot. That's saying a lot.
Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Fucking
John Cena
is Peacemaker.
Well, I don't know anything about the character, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know much about it either, but however, the type of character he's like, he'll say he's like one of his lines is he's like you don't care about peace, and then John Cena goes, oh, I care about peace. It's the most important thing in the world to me. I don't care how many men, women, and children I have to kill to get it. And he's he's like a gun-toting right-winger kind of guy, and he's like, just think about John Cena with that like kind of chiseled butt chin face. He's like Mr. America.
I can already see his character.
Right? So he's perfect. And he's like, he has like all these weird weapons, and him and Idris Elba kind of have like a rivalry. One's silly and boisterous and outgoing, the one's more stoic, solemn, and
Idris Elba is the stoic
Bloodsport. And he has really his the way his Bloodsport, Idris Elba's character, his gear is like crazy weird. It's like it kind of transforms. He like turns guns into swords. It has all these like weird, it's like basically like nanotech, so it's pretty cool. And Peacemaker has all these like weird sort of guns and weapons, and like I think he has a battle axe at one point.
See, my thing is I can't get into the Harley Quinn character,
dude.
So I don't care.
The same way Margot Robbie, like the same thing I said about all those other actors playing characters. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn, and in this one she's way better, the best version of Harley Quinn for sure. And often when you have female leads in like big badass roles like that, it kind of just seems like they got an actress and she did an action thing, an action sequence of some sort. But when Margot Robbie does it, it's like this is how Harley Quinn would fight if she was a real person, and she's displaying it perfectly, and it doesn't seem fake at all, right? Like it was excellent. Like just I guess it was more like casting, right? Like the casting, and then and the right casting put on really good performances at the same time. John Cena and Harley Quinn are like being the two. So it's really, really good movie, and it's like fun. It's like the antagonist that there is. Do you know Starro? It's like this big starfish monster.
His name's Starro.
His name's Starro. Yeah, it's actually
fucking stupid stupid name.
It's like, but that's the thing. Like, it's actually a pretty badass, pretty badass being, like a pretty badass bad guy. But his whole thing is that he's one consciousness, but he can shoot out multiple.
So why are they fighting together?
Because do you know the origin of what the Suicide Squad does?
They don't get paid to kill bad guys?
No.
Or they reduce their sentences?
The Suicide Squad that's their slang term name. Their actual name is Task Force X. And they get deployed. They're all criminals in this jail called Bel Rev, which is a place for super villains, exactly. And this lady, Amanda Waller, she's like kind of like a corporate, like, spy type, but she's the top, like one of the, like the leader. She's kind of like fucking, why can't I think of him from Avengers? Nick Fury. Right, she's kind of like that sort of character, and what she does is she takes but she's the warden of the jail, but she's that corporate type, and she's like a bloodthirsty, like will do whatever it takes to get the job done. So she employs these supervillains, and they get years off their sentences, right? And their sentences are things like 200 years or shit like that. So like they'll get 10 years off if they do a mission. So it's just they got to do a bunch. That's how they get them, right? So she basically puts together a team to carry out covert missions that are too dangerous for operatives and these like crazy, villains. And what she does, these crazy villains go out and do her bidding. And what she does is she implants a bomb in each one of their necks before they go out, so that if they go off course or off task, she pulls a button and their heads blow up and they die instantly. So they're basically like they either die or
finish the mission.
And it's like they're expendable, right? That's why they're called the Suicide Squad. So if they died, she doesn't care. She basically are just tools for her to use.
Okay, cool.
So it's a great it's been around forever, right? Like the Suicide Squad comic book has been a thing for a long time. But Starro, right? So like it's the perfect villain for them because it's this big weird looking starfish monster, but it's actually a badass villain. It's the first villain the Justice League fought. Like the first appearance of the Justice League in a comic book was they were on the cover was them fighting Starro. And so it's a silly character, but it's a badass character. And so the whole, where is it? There.
Look how shit that looks.
See, that's the monster, and it's
look how ugly that coloring is.
It's old school. It's like from the 70s, I think.
Dude, it looks like shit. No, I'm kidding.
But so his whole thing is Starro can create copies of of himself, and it's one consciousness. So he has these mini.
Okay, so for those of you who aren't looking at the visuals, we're looking at Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman fighting this like 25-foot diameter starfish. So this is massive starfish.
Yeah. And its name is Starro the Conqueror.
Yeah.
As it says there. And what he does is he can create copies of himself.
You gotta do that all the time.
He can create
copies. People are like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Okay. He can create copies of himself. And
the same size?
No. Like
smaller? Okay.
So
that's more original. That's more like old school.
But they attach to people's faces, and the back of the starfish has a little eyeball, so it looks like. So it basically looks like this, and then it attaches. It's like imagine a smaller version, but over a face, and it can take over their body.
Okay.
And what it does, it's one consciousness. That's so cool. It's one mind controlling all these millions and trillions of bodies, and its whole goal is to conquer the universe, like to take over worlds, and enslave every human being. But in the movie,
how smart is he?
Pretty smart. Like
is he like animal smart, or is he like
more than animal smart? But
smart?
he's one-minded. He's one-minded, but he doesn't really have full conversations. But he can make people. Like the people that he controls, he can talk through them, and they just talk like regular people.
So what I'm saying is, like, is he like just a one-dimensional, one-purpose-driven?
Yeah, its whole purpose is to conquer the world. But they were in the movie. It's a little more complicated than that. Mm-hmm. But essentially, the reason that Starro exists is to just conquer planets. I don't know its origin, but it just
Is he that big in the Suicide Squad as well?
Bigger, way bigger. It's like King Kong size.
Jeez.
Yeah. And what's funny?
Wow.
It shoots out.
That's way bigger.
It'll shoot out. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but I'm just gonna. It's not.
This is a spoiler. Wow.
It's not really.
Here
It's
it
like, it
comes.
just shoots out shit from its armpit.
Classic Billy.
It shoots out little things from its armpit. It goes like a little armpit jizz shot, and little things of it come out and sprinkle all over people. Yeah, they're fucked. But it's pretty cool, and it's the perfect villain for the movie because it's badass to fight, but it's also silly. It's like
Yeah, it is.
kept
It
the
is
perfect
kind
balance.
of. Yeah, his name's
James-
Starro.
James Gunn is definitely took over and did a fantastic job. Let me just say. So I give it a solid like
This is a new director.
8.8. He's the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. He had some controversy for some tweets he said 10 years ago about like he said jokes about like he said like pedophile jokes. It's like about fucking 17-year-olds and shit.
Okay, well.
So it was a little bit weird, but
Settle
it's kind of jokey, but it's also like kind of fucked up. What are some of them? You want to see them?
He's totally look like one now too.
What's that?
Saying he totally look like a pedophile now too.
Let's see. Oh, why is it so small? Many people who have followed my career know when I started, I viewed myself as a provocateur. Oh, is this like an apology? Just made a joke about ass raping my friend when she was asleep. That was in 2008.
Yeesh.
3 men and a baby they had sex with. What the fuck? I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place. Shh.
Okay, whoa.
The Expendables was so manly, I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town.
Okay, guys. Okay. Listen,
What
okay.
the
You know what?
fuck?
You know what?
But they're supposed to be
It's
in jest,
pretty
I guess.
sketch, okay, to make one. Okay, because like and posting one, not saying it, but posting it, putting it out there and having it saved,
Yeah.
right? Doing one of them is kind of like that's kind of borderline. Like that's kind of like, whoa, bud. Like I don't know. Do we make jokes? You know, like that. You know. But this dude did like 6.
He did like a lot more than that.
Like, whoa, dude, that's mad sketch.
It's pretty wild. Is it okay to read that out?
I don't know.
Should I bleep it?
Nah.
Imagine just beep the whole time.
No, but that's fucked. Like, think, dude, that's too weird.
I know it's a little weird. I mean,
Like, I get it. Like, I
He's
make some
not canceled.
I make some bad jokes. Okay.
yeah, you do.
I make some bad jokes. Okay. And for me, that's weird. Because it's like it's not even like even if you want to say the same one multiple times, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's posting it too. That's a whole other level.
But did you see when they were? They were like 2008. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Totally forgot. In
I'm not-
2000,
I'm not
2008, you could totally joke about
No.
fucking little kids.
I mean, maybe we were young.
Yeah,
we didn't
dude.
know. Right?
No way.
13 years ago was a long
No
time.
way.
I don't know.
No
Anyways,
way. I don't think that was ever
Either
okay.
way, he's a talented director, and he did justice to Suicide
What?
Squad. So hats off to him.
He likes making jokes about fucking kids.
Yeah, well, watch Suicide Squad. It's a good movie.
I actually might because I do like DC.
It's really good. Very, very good. I definitely recommend it. I mean,
I
if
kind
you
of
don't
want to
like
watch the Snyder Cut
superheroes,
again. Kind of.
Pardon me?
Kind of want to watch the Snyder Cut again.
Do it, yeah.
I think I
Watch
might
it.
want to watch it.
I think it actually got rated the same. Like I think on IMDb or something.
As the
like
first one?
that. I think as the Snyder Cut. As the Snyder Cut.
Oh, Suicide Squad. Sorry, the Suicide Squad. The shut the fuck up.
Let's see ratings.
That guy's a weird face.
Why doesn't it just show the shits?
Yeah, it's right there.
IMDb.
You're so lazy, eh?
7.5. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not something I would love to see audience score.
7.5.
Yeah, but you always talk about fucking. Are you crying?
I'm trying to keep my composure here, buddy.
Okay, you're weird. I want to see the fan score. You know the fucking critic score is bullshit. There you go. Even still.
Okay, 83 is better.
And that's audience score. And this, I'm surprised this actually. I would imagine this would be lower because, it's not necessarily the most politically
Excuse
correct.
me. It's totally girl power.
That's a good point. I was gonna just.
That's all
it.
100%, dude.
Fair enough. Okay, but still.
Okay, let's just dip our
That
toe.
said-
Let's just dip our toe in something, okay? The most recent controversy with John Cena.
Oh, with China.
Dude,
So weird.
what was it? I think what was the thing? He apologized for saying that Taiwan was a thing.
He acknowledged Taiwan as a country. Yeah.
Okay, Taiwan is a country. If we get canceled, fuck you.
What?
So I'm saying Taiwan's a thing. I mean, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Who's gonna cancel you for saying Taiwan's a country except for China?
Exactly.
Do you want China to not
That's what I'm
cancel
saying.
you?
No, I don't care.
Do your movies depend on China's revenue stream to pour in?
Exactly. Does China pay me big money? I mean, you could. I'm kidding.
You would take money from
No, I
China. You
wouldn't.
love China.
Oh yeah, I love those communists. Like actual ones, not even like joke ones. Like how we jokingly call people communists. Like
They're state.
everyone got
They're
it.
state.
No, they like legit.
They're state capitalists.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong. That's so fucked.
It's pretty bad.
Crazy.
You want to see a funny video?
Yeah, show me this video. I've been fucking wondering what it was all day. Which one is it?
This one first. You ever seen this one?
We all touch shit before.
I've never shitted in a tissue before.
You touch shit every single day if you shit. Like, you don't wipe yourself? It got shit in the tissue when you wipe yourself.
You don't know how to
shit
get
is in
the... Why are you touching the shit? The tissue is for the shit.
That's what I'm saying. You grab shit all the time.
No,
in the
you're
tissue.
not saying that. You don't. Yeah,
You're
wipe.
not wiping, you grab the shit.
You don't grab... Why are you grabbing shit?
Hold on.
Do you got
So you
shit stuck
telling
in
me-
your ass while
Hold
you're
on.
taking...
So you telling me that y'all just let the doodle fall in the toilet? Y'all don't catch it every time? Yo.
I am about to leave, bro.
How do y'all take a shit?
Yo.
I must have seen this shit wrong.
My nigga.
I've been catching my shit all these years.
Nah, I'm more disgusted than I feel like I can't continue.
What are you talking about?
My stomach
So
is
hold on.
turning.
You know
So
what's
I
the
just
worst
sit there
part
and
about
shit
all
right-
this?
come right out.
This guy's goes to the gym.
No way.
He looks like he's a good looking dude. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Ruined his whole life,
Dude.
Here's my thing. My first thought was how do you start that, right?
Yeah.
Because I know you wipe, because I don't know about you guys, but when we were kids, my parents used to wipe my ass,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then eventually I did what I saw them doing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means that this guy, his parents or whoever took care of him, whatever,
He comes from a long
used
line.
to catch his shit
He comes from a long line
of shit catchers.
Shit catchers. 100%.
That's
Fucking takes bravery.
weird. No, it doesn't not take bravery. He had no idea.
Dude, that's
not
when I saw
brave.
this, I was like,
If it was
guy's-
one of us,
yeah.
that would be brave.
I thought it was a joke at first. And I the more I watch it, the more I'm like, he
He's
kind of
so dumb.
seems...
He's so dumb. 2 seconds ago, you should have been like, it's a joke.
No, but then he would have been like, oh, no. What the... No. It would have been worse.
No.
You know?
He could easily have saved this, okay? All you have to do is make another joke, but even more extreme.
Maybe he did just do it for the joke.
Nah. He looks genuinely
Let's watch
confused.
the rest of it. I want to see what the rest of it
What happens if you got the runs or something like that?
Yo.
What do you do then?
That shit, you wash your hands. Why do you think people wash their hands?
Yo, you shit in your hand, bro?
With tissue.
This is worse than I thought. Like, I thought it was some other shit. Like,
Yo.
but this is
So
some
you tell me
shitty
I
shit.
just sit there and just let it fucking shit in the toilet?
Where's your pee go, dumbass?
Yeah, that's pee is easy. I don't know. I just always shit in the tissue.
So you throw the shit in the garbage instead of let it
No,
flush
I
down the
just do it
toilet?
after I fucking do it. I just do it right in the toilet.
This nigga garbage stink like a motherfucker. That nigga shit in the tissue and put the shit in the garbage like he a dog.
Okay.
I'll put the shit in
So,
the toilet.
she-
I mean, I'll put it in the
You
toilet.
don't
though.
put it in the toilet.
This is a dumb
I don't
joke.
put it in the garbage.
This is a dumb joke. Her follow-up joke, Not good. Wasn't good. Wasn't funny. Not even close. Like, she said, you throw it in the garbage. He said, no. And then she pauses and goes, yeah, this dude's garbage must smell like shit because he throws it in the garbage. She's like,
that was what she said.
That's exactly what she said.
Her guy's garbage must stink like a motherfucker.
Okay, I didn't want to quote her exactly. I was using hyperbole.
You're hyperbole.
Bitch. But
who cares about that?
Funny. That wasn't funny. I'm just letting you know, like,
who cares about that? This
crazy
guy
absolutely crazy.
Shits in his hand, and if he gets diarrhea, it doesn't matter because that's what you
all
wash
over his
your
hands.
That's
Dude,
what you wash your hands for.
Blasts all over his hand. Yo, pee though. Pee's easy though, yeah. Right?
Wild, just wild.
Okay, so on following this train. So, 2 weeks ago, I had two of my friends over, as per usual, Daniel and John. And I made, in my opinion, one of the top 5 jokes I've ever made in my life.
I think you told me this, and I think it was stupid.
It was not stupid.
I think it was.
It was unbelievably funny. Okay. So pretty much the joke was,
there we go.
I convinced them that I purposefully shower before I shit when I get home from work.
Yes, you did tell me this, and I mean, it's funny. If it's top 5,
oh, dude, listen. There's a reason why it's top 5.
If it's top 5, I mean, you must have a low bar.
No, listen.
Low bar.
I convinced them. That's the first part of the joke that makes it amazing.
Well, they're just idiots. Then.
2,
they're just stupid people.
How ridiculous the thing was to convince them makes it even funnier. And then thirdly, I mean, that's how you even say it, thirdly, they thought it was so funny that they were laughing. So even if when I broke my composure, I was just laughing, and they thought I was laughing with them, which makes the joke even funnier.
Okay, you really like to explain your jokes, eh?
Dude, so funny. Well, I'm explaining to other people because, they weren't there.
Dude, okay, if you have a joke and someone doesn't get it right away, it wasn't a good joke.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
That's 100% true.
That's not true at all.
That's 100%.
How many jokes? And so you're saying no jokes can be farther than surface.
No,
it's funny.
Jokes should be implied or obvious. Like they should speak for themselves.
So the first part, which makes it funny, is the fact that it's about shitting after you shower.
I understand
that. That's the surface joke, and then I'm telling you, there's all this complexity underneath it.
I understand that,
which makes it top 5.
But
you were saying, how could it possibly be top 5?
I don't think it's funny. It's a separate point from you explaining the joke makes it not as funny, anyways. So it's like, not only is it not a funny joke,
it's funny.
It's less than you thought.
No, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
No.
Yeah. It's okay, dude.
No, it's just you lying to your friends. It's you lying.
Oh, so that's why you don't like. Yeah, that's why you don't think it's funny.
No, it's
because of all the constant lies that I've told you.
If you could somehow make, you know what would be funnier if you could somehow make them believe it with one word rather than have to continuously convince them.
What do you mean?
I don't know. If you could find a way to make some
Oh my god.
The fact if you just stick with a lie,
that's okay,
it just becomes a lie. Dude, you're like, I guess it's true. It's believable.
Listen, that's a very you comment.
That's what you do. That's what you'll do. That's the kind of shit that you do to me as well.
What?
You'll be like, Leafs signed Dougie Hamilton. I'm like, I mean, he's a free agent, so it's possible, and they could. And I'm like, oh really? And you're like, yeah. And I check, and then I go to check, and you're like, no, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Like, that's not funny. That's just, you just lied to me.
No, listen, it's funny. It's because it's fun to see.
No.
Because it's funny because of this. Realistically, it's because you're not a very, how to say this?
Here we go.
No, you're a very calm person most of the time.
Oh, surprised it wasn't an insult.
No, okay, excuse me. I only give real compliments, okay?
It's not how is being calm a compliment?
Calm is 100%
it's a neutral term.
Definitely not.
You're calm.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, to me, it's
Yes.
just like a neutral thing. It's not like it's a compliment. But either way, I'll take it as a compliment
Well,
if you want me to.
Well, you're also dumb too. So there's your backhanded compliment. So saying
I'm
things
dumb,
that get you
you're
to
real
get you
stupid.
going. Saying things that get a reaction, like a good reaction or a bad reaction, is funny. Especially when it comes to Leaf stuff. Because it's like you're so calm about most things,
No,
but you're
but if
but
you're
you're,
just-
you're like secretly really passionate about the
Because
Leafs.
you annoy me. So when you do things that annoy me,
Nah, because this is before you know it's a joke. So that's a genuine reaction. It's not me. It's the news that you're getting the reaction from. The after the fact, you're so fucking stupid. That's from you being annoyed by me. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the first part. The part where you're like, oh man, that's great. Or like, man, that fucking sucks. And it's just like, yeah.
so you're just playing with my emotions.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's not really. It's just
It's funny.
a form of torture. You know, it's like a drop. You know,
I mean, I see it the same way
It's
as,
like-
as
it's-
making somebody laugh.
It's like the drip torture. You know, it's not
Chinese
annoying.
bar
Like
torture?
a little drop on your forehead. It's not annoying, but for days and days and days and days and days, that would drive a man insane.
Days and days.
Whatever it
It
is,
isn't.
however,
I think I spaced it out pretty well.
however long. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you do that, and every time you chip away at my patience.
You're such a bitch.
I'm telling you what happens
Chipping away at patience until you get to the bitch layer at the bottom.
until I fucking bend you over my knee
Oh yeah,
and give you a smack
That
in the
would
ass so
be-
hard
that would be the day.
you'll spit your spine out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been more than just my spine out.
yeah, a lot of jizz.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not a man. You're not man enough to.
a lot of
swallow.
protein.
You're not
a
man
lot
enough.
of protein.
You spit it out. You don't get it.
I didn't do it. You forced it out, bitch.
Want to see another video?
This guy. Yeah, go for it.
The Taliban found a gym. I'm pretty sure it's like the gym in the capital of Kabul.
Hey, they're just like, let's try to do
That-
everything wrong.
Look at this guy. Look at him go. Yeah. Look, see sweaty armpits though?
Yeah.
Nice. Look at them. Oh, they're just having some fun.
Oh yeah.
The Taliban.
As they're just killing people on the
Aw,
street.
so sweet.
Fucking
Man,
Taliban.
I found this video on Instagram and I went to go to see if there's a YouTube version of it, like there's some kind of extended one. And I found a video. I don't even want to play because it's weird as shit, but like it's a video of the Taliban doing fun things like bumper cars and the workout shit. And there's like happy, fun music
Yeah,
along to
that's
it.
kind of weird.
I was like, is this like someone trying to humanize them, or is it just like a weird joke? Because it was really it was kind of creepy, to be honest. But
Well, obviously. It's like the same thing as imagine if you're watching fucking video of Nazis and they're just playing around in the snow and playing catch and shit. Like sledding with their families.
they're like hula hooping or something.
Yeah. Like playing soccer. Posing and shit. Like, you know.
Well, they're German. Soccer.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Football.
It'd be football, yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's still, and it's weird to look at. It's
weird,
like
man.
so you have all this like ultimate baggage with that.
Maybe it's
thing.
a true form of art.
What is
Making
murder?
No. What? No, not murder. Making a video of something so appalling coupled with something so fun and exciting, you know? It's the contrast,
Yeah, hey,
you know?
that's true.
It's an artiste. I wonder if they've ever seen gym equipment before.
Fuck no. Most
Also-
of them are fucking in
also-
the mountain in villages.
Right. If that's a capital gym, that's an ass gym.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
That was garbage.
Yeah,
dude.
you're a bad guy.
What a bad
Why are you
gym.
talking shit about
What
that?
a bad
How about you
gym.
make fun of them how they don't have any food either? Let's
That's,
do that.
those were the
Hey, you know what? Let's
politicians.
make fun of them for having this war happen to them now.
I'm pretty sure that was the politicians' work. That was the gym in the
Fucking guy.
facility of the Capitol building.
Why stop at this? Why don't you just start making fun of people from North Korea too? You just fucking talking
Oh, my
shit
bad,
about
my
these
bad, my
you
bad.
fucking
Sorry.
piece of shit.
Sorry. Is it bad? Like, am I hitting some kind of
You're
Korean
like,
nerve there?
You're like, imagine you showed me a video of like kids in like India playing soccer, and they're all like skinny and like whatever because they don't have food, and you're like, man, look how shit the equipment they.
Dude,
I'm like, yeah, they have no money, you dick.
That gym was in the for politicians.
The country, dude.
But it doesn't matter. The political class of any country should have. I mean, maybe it is a testament to how poor. But I'm pretty sure they were all rich. I guess they just didn't put it into public services.
Matter. But it is a piece of shit gym.
It was garbage.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was like equipment from the 70s.
It looked like
Nipissing
fucking...
had better equipment than that.
Oh, dude, it's actually so funny. It's like it's pretty much. Hey, you want to see a video of every one of the machines done wrong?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, how hard are they in there with the robes on? Oh man.
Supposedly the robes actually keep you cool pretty easily.
You know what? Yeah,
because it's so spacious and airy.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. I wonder if you chafe though. Do you think you chafe a lot?
Well, if you rub? I guess so.
Maybe it's like a nice silk.
Do you often go commando?
Never.
Right? It's weird.
I don't like it. I don't like my penis and my butthole rubbing against my pants, you know? Especially if I'm going to wear them again.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you do sometimes. I've seen you go commando.
Okay.
Because you...
Okay, we're doing this? We're snitching on me? All right.
I mean, you're pretty
sick.
You're pretty public about it.
I was feeling sick.
It's happened multiple times.
This is a lie. I've was feeling sick, and
it's happened multiple times.
And I started at work, so then I had to throw out my underwear. So then the rest of the day commando. This guy's making fun of me for being sick right now.
Gross.
He's a bad guy.
That's really gross.
It felt weird.
Gross.
Because like the zipper in the pants is cold.
Oh, did you get caught?
No,
because I feel like that would be a sharp zipper to get cut into.
Oh, you crazy? Just take your time. Like, especially there. Like, there's no... Okay, you lose an extra second of time just to make sure your Johnson's not in the way. Crazy. Yeah, but commando feels weird. Like, I'm so used to wearing sacks now.
Do you only wear sacks?
Pretty much. I have enough now where I can just go through it.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I have like 8.
Oh yeah, I only have 5 pairs.
7 or 8 pairs.
It's just hard. You can't go out and get a $35 pair of.
Oh no, you just wait for you get a pack of 3 when they're on sale for
Christmas.
$80.
Some decent deal.
That's unbelievable. I just said that. 3 underwear for $80, and I'm like, yeah, I'm totally cool.
But that's for that. It's like what? That's
crazy.
Like 25.
I wear my socks so much they're like fucking. They're already wearing out.
If you had a deadly disease, let's say terminal disease, you can take your
This
pick.
would be a good one.
Lymphoma. And would you rather cure your deadly disease at the cost of 30% of your life,
Okay.
or just live with the disease? And actually, let's say you can get like there's a chance you'll make it. Like you never know what could happen. So it's okay. Sorry. So the disease is not terminal.
But what kind of disease is it?
Let's say it's.
You're paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, yeah, physical injury works better.
Yeah,
actually, I
that's
was
a good
thinking
one.
more like along the lines of a contracted disease, or like disorder. But
Because you gotta go symptom, right? It has to be a big enough,
Well, no,
it has to be
no,
a
no,
worse
no.
enough symptom.
No, it's
where
gotta
you
be
would want to give up 30% of your life to get rid of it.
The whole point in saying that is like, would you rather if you have a disease that you might die from, right? Would you give up 30% of your remaining life to cure it, or would you just roll the dice and see if you could get over it and live even longer?
Yeah.
And you're this age right now.
Do I know how long I'm gonna live?
You don't know. Well, you don't know. Nobody knows how long you're gonna live.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just say.
Okay,
let's say you plan to die of old age. That's like you have.
So let me ask you this: Is it like, percent? Is it percentage of until you're dying? Like, let's say I'm gonna die. I don't know when I'm gonna die, right? But I'm gonna die when I'm 35. Let's just say.
Okay.
So 30% of 35. So I would be dying like next year or whatever.
Well, you don't. Okay, you don't know, right?
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Or is it going to be I'm going to lose 30% of a lifespan that is 90 years?
No, of whatever fate has in store for you.
Okay, that's even worse.
So if you do in fact die at
65, you need to say 65 then.
let's say you end up
30% of 65 or 30% of what I have left.
30% of what you have left.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's better.
Yeah. So if you have 20 years left, it's you take away 30% of that. So it's about let's say about a third of that. So it's like 7 days. Would you take away 6-7 years?
Yeah.
Let's say would you give up that, or there's a chance you'll get through the disease and live out the rest of your life, however long that may be. So you're basically like you're guaranteeing loss of extended life, but you're done. But the rest of your life will be disease free, or roll the dice and say I'm gonna beat this, and then I'm gonna somehow get out of it. I don't know. So you pick it. Something like let's say a form of cancer, but not overly aggressive. You have to go through chemo though. This is really depressing.
Oh, I would fight it.
You'd fight it?
Yeah. I would fight it. If it was something like that wasn't like I'm not stage 4.
Like there's a chance you could get into stage 4.
Yeah, of course I could die. Yeah, of course I could die.
But like
you could
you're
die in
not
stage
there
2. You could.
It's onset. So like you're like.
Do we know the chemo's gonna work?
You don't know anything at this point.
Okay.
All you have.
Well,
is
I would have to see
you're posed
my
with
options,
a choice,
right? I would see what treatment options do I have and what are the.
Of course, you can make the decision at any moment you want, but the clock is ticking, baby.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like I would have to talk to your doctors and be like, okay, what are the chances of this working? If it's like it's a very high chance, okay, let's do it then. Might as well, right? Compared to like it's like not looking good, but then I would just go okay at 30. Fuck it.
Right, but think about this. What if it took like 10 years for it to actually get really, really bad, and then you just wasted 10
I'm still
years
alive for those 10 years, right?
Right, but you're spending 10 years of your life going through chemo, having to do this shit.
I would do that. I would give up. I would do that for 10 years to spend the last however many years with my if I have a family, for example, my future family.
Let's say you
right.
Let's say you live to be 90, but the entire time you live with cancer. And then at 90 you die of cancer.
How burdensome am I to my family then? You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like, am I
I guess you wouldn't live like 70 years with cancer. Eh?
No, but that's what I mean. What I'm getting at is like, is it going to be like, am I still going to be able to enjoy that time, but I just have to deal with the chemo? Because I would deal with chemo to spend time with my future family.
For the next, let's say 60, 70 years.
If I was supposed to die at 90 or I would die at 60 or 65.
Yeah, would you
I'd rather live till 90 and fight through 10 years of chemo.
You'd rather live another 70 years of having to deal with
Am I going to have chemo every day?
Well, I don't know however much.
I've never heard of
it wouldn't be every day. It would just be like, it would go in remission and then you'd come back and go in remission and come back and so on.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
You do that. So you'd rather have like let's say another 70 years of disease.
Yeah.
Or you could say I'm gonna have 50 years of no disease.
Yeah.
20 extra years of. See, I don't know. I think I'd pick the 30%.
I don't know. I think
if I'm young and I plan to have a long life. I'm like, I'd rather have 60 or 70% of a great disease-free life than 100% of that's just me. That's how I would think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm seeing is I want to spend as much time with the people I love as possible, regardless of how much pain I need to go through. You know what I mean? Unless I'm a burden to them.
Well, there's bills, obviously. I mean, like it's not. But let's say nobody's in debt, or okay, everybody's in debt, but nobody's hurting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally would. I would do that. It's worth it. It's worth it.
It's not really worth it to get another, like, say 20, 30 years of just not.
Think about this.
I'd rather have like a good shorter life than.
Okay, let me ask you something. What would you give up to see your grandfather again? One more day.
Like, I don't know, not everything. Not
like, everything.
I don't know. Like, if someone's like $1,000, maybe. Yeah, I could say $1,000.
Or time wise.
Oh, if to give
would you give up 5 years?
See my grandpa for one day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'd give up 5 years.
So for me, it's like that's for one day. We're talking 20. We're talking 20 years.
I understand, but you're also. It's like a person.
Yeah, you're the grandpa.
It's like a person who you've been without for a long time. But it would be like saying, like, so you have a 90-year-old on their deathbed, and a magic fairy comes to you and says they're going to die tomorrow, but in exchange for 5 years of your life, I can make him last one extra day, but he's still going to be in the same condition. To me, that's more similar, because you're saying you're going to live another 20 years, but you're going to be like bedridden, not being able to.
No, we didn't say that. We said that we would get over it, and then it would come back, whatever.
Yeah, but by the time you're 90, if you have
Mm-hmm.
cancer, but eventually you will die from cancer. Is my point. Like eventually that will catch up to you. But let's say it happens at 90, because medicine's fantastic and it keeps you alive till 90. But unfortunately, you live the past 70.
Oh, that's a whole other aspect too.
That's what I'm saying.
Level of medicine.
Well,
Right? Because you could just be like, we could develop into a thing where it's like, now you just don't have it anymore.
It's like a simulation. It's like you run the simulation. Whatever would happen based on whatever chances and whatever things happen.
No.
But yeah, see,
okay, so again, like I said, I wouldn't mind the suffering to have that extra time.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be a burden on my family for that extra year. So if I became like a fucking, like, completely and totally disabled, out bedridden for the last 20 years, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
You can't do much. You pretty much are bedridden, but you're communicative. You can still talk
But when?
to people. You sleep like 15 hours
what I'm
a day,
saying, but when? Well, when does that start happening? What age? When I'm 90? Like the last year
mid-80s.
like that?
Let's say mid-80s it starts to happen, and it continues, and then 90 catches up to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking, like
That's
my grandparents, or whatever. One of my grandfathers, he's almost 80, and he's still spry as ever. He fucking goes upstairs better than I do, and downstairs better than I do. You know what I mean?
No, I get that, but he doesn't.
Whereas like that's fine. But if I'm like that, I'm cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go through the cancer multiple times. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, big family, dude.
I get that, but it's like I don't know if like the years from 70 to 90 are like I mean I want them, but they're not years that you're going to be doing a lot. They're basically you're basically just going to be enjoying, like you said, family and friends and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also painful. But and if on top of that, if you have to go through like a shit ton of pain and suffering, and like people have to see you like that, it's like, isn't it kind of like, I'll just cut that off, and then I can spend the years leading up to that, and like, and then and then you could live every day to the fullest.
We're talking about 20 years though.
20. I mean,
20 years is a long
that's assuming you're
time.
like 25, 26. I'm talking about our age now.
I know. I'm saying, but losing 20 years of your life is a long time.
I guess maybe when you're like 50.
Having somebody die at 50 instead of 70 is a long time.
Right, but I was thinking 20 years. I'm thinking, if it was 50,
30%,
if you're going to live to be 50, it would be like, that'd be 7 years less you'd miss. 30% of your lifespan. I'm thinking like another 70 years. I'm just rough ballparking it, like 95, whatever. Let's say 70 years, right? 30% is probably about 20, ballpark. I meant so if you're 25 and you live to 50, 25 years.
So I would live to 75, technically. If I take that option.
Let's say 70, 75. That's about the time you would pass.
Okay, 75 is a different story, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what 30% of your lifespan
I thought it was
would
you're
be.
going to live to 90, so you're going to die at 70. No, this is you're going to live to 95, but you're going to die at 75.
Right. Like,
yes,
exactly. Instead of 95, it'll be 75.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
fine.
lose 20
75
years.
is old enough.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yes.
like, it's not like if you're
No, I
25.
thought you meant like younger.
No, like if you were young enough, if you like,
What is if I'm dying at 70 then?
but you don't know. Like that's. The
I know
thing.
that, but
That's
then
the
I'm
thing.
going to die at
You're
50.
You're gambling.
Or no, like 55.
Something like that. Like I'm just saying, you're taking the chance. You don't know if you might make this wish and then
That's
get
some
hit by a
shit.
car tomorrow.
That's
You know
some
what I mean? Like you don't know.
What if you pass your death date?
You don't get a death date.
No, let's say you're supposed to die at 40, and I'm already 28, so I've already passed the 30%.
No, but
do I just die?
No, it's not like it's not like Death Note or something like that.
Yeah, but how would I'm just saying, I'm within the 30 years.
It's just the circumstances of life will lead you to this death point, regardless of
yeah, so I would die today.
like no. So if you're 26 and you let's you don't know. You could live to 50. You could
So I'm
live
saying,
to
what's if I live till 40? That's what I'm getting at, bro.
so there'd be 14 years.
Yeah.
30% of 14 years. Take that off. So that's like 4 years. So you live another 10 years instead of 14 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But at least those 10 years would be disease free.
I don't know.
See, I would pick that choice. If I had the chance, like 30% of your life, maybe if you get like 50, more than that, it might be kind of like, like I'd rather try to roll the dice because that's a lot to give up.
Yeah.
But 30%.
If we're gonna assume it's 95, because this is so many hypotheticals for this to
Of
give
course,
to give
I'm
an actual
saying,
answer.
you don't know.
So if we say 95, let's say 90,
Yeah.
which would be like 70, roughly 72.
Something like that, yeah.
See, my big thing is I don't like the weakened state. I guess I'm just too prideful already in my life.
No, it might be like 70 years might be like 15 something. Maybe it's between 15 and 20.
Yeah, between 90.
If you live to be 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's like, I don't know why. I just keep saying another 70 years. That would be your lifespan, potentially.
Yeah.
At best, like best case scenario. But.
Yeah, dude. I see the thing is I don't like the aspect of getting, if it's like, after I hit 90, the next time I get cancer, I'm gonna die from it. Then, okay, then I would do that. Yeah. But I don't like the last 5 years of my life. I'm gonna be in pain and then die.
Yeah, no.
Being in a weakened fucking vegetable state, you know, I don't want that.
State.
I wish I'd eat more vegetable states.
You should. You need to. Well, no, because you're gonna shit too much then. But.
Well, I mean, isn't that what everybody wants?
All right.
Poop stoddy.
Let's end it right there.
Fucking right, bud.
Poop and death. Awesome way to leave her off.
30%.